Upstream Theater is broadening my horizons by presenting a play I'd never heard of by a playwright I'd never heard of. The play is Sweet Revenge, a comedy about feuding neighbors written in 1833 by Aleksander Fredro, a major figure of the Polish literary canon. Upstream brings it to us in a delightful rhymed verse translation by Philip Boehm, the company's artistic director and the director of this production. The top flight cast includes Whit Reichert and John Contini as feuding neighbors, Chesnick and Milchek, who have each inherited half of an ancient castle and have been arguing for years about the location of the boundary wall between the two halves. Jane Paradise, in a welcome return to the stage, plays a wealthy widow. Reichert's Czernik, a widower, wants to marry her for her wealth. Contini's Milchek wants his son Vaclav to marry her for her wealth. But Vaclav is in love with Czernik's ward Clara, and she with him. Caitlin Mickey is lovelier and livelier than ever as Clara, and she and Pete Winfrey as Vaclav develop a fine chemistry between them. It's the standard comic plot of young lovers separated by their elders and their schemes to break through the barriers while the old ones fuss and feud. A sort of Miles Gloriosus figure, a braggart military man, adds to the comic confusion as he tries to ingratiate himself with anyone he can profit from. John Bratkowski gets many of the play's comic moments as this hanger-on, Papkin. Eric J. Connors cycles among Chesnick's major domo, his cook, and a mason working on that contested wall. Patrick Huber's scenic design, lighted by Steve Carmichael, features a roll-up front curtain that gets its own joke at the top of the show, and a painted backdrop of the crumbling castle. Laura Hansen provided the colorful period costumes. If you look at your program carefully, and you might not know it otherwise, you will see that what you are watching at Upstream purports to be performed by the Julius Slovaki Players in St. Louis in 1933. Such a theatrical society really existed in St. Louis in the first half of the 20th centuries at St. Cyril and Methodius Polish National Catholic Church, as detailed in a program article by Tom Bratkowski. And they undoubtedly did produce this play. I'm not sure what is added to the current production by this pretense or how much of the audience even notices. The Slovaki players were all amateurs. The current cast are anything but. Though I did think the pace of the piece could be quickened sometimes, it's a pleasure to see this group working together in this frequently amusing piece.
And it was especially amusing in the second act, I thought, Bob. I agree it was a little slow at first, but what a wonderful ensemble effort.
It really was. Great to see that group on stage.